Let's. Oh man. Hello. Good morning. It's not. Wow. I did not mean for it to get this late. This is uploading 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday. I really wanted to try to make Tuesdays a day where I make a video that kind of expands on something that I've talked about in the vlogs, but like its own topic, like it gets to be its own video. Because a lot of times people will be like, hey, I remember you mentioned this one recipe in like one of your vlogs, but I don't know which one. And I'm like, I don't know which one either. So like there would be a video then of that recipe, just like that alone, right? Like a Tasty Tuesday, right? Or sometimes people are like, what's that colored number thing you do? That could be its own video. Or like, what's that bullet journal? That could be its own video. So Tuesdays, maybe like a Tuesday club video. I wanted it to be Tuesdays just because Tasty Tuesday is on Tuesdays and it could just be part of that club. So Tuesday club, I don't know. It's a Tuesday club video. Happy Tuesday club. I don't know. Anyway, I know it's already day 2 of February, but I wanted to do a plan with me video of my bullet journal. I think the last time I did a bullet journal plan with me video was February of last year on my main channel. I did talk about my bullet journal a little bit when I set up the year, but I didn't do like its own video. But I thought it would be nice to do its own video for the month. So here's my February plan with me, and it's just a recap of like how I do my monthly setups and all of that jazz. I haven't changed it all that much since I first started bullet journaling. And I also have links in the description of all of the supplies that I use because people ask me about that all the time as well. And there you go, mama, daddy, mom, and all the mamas and papas out there, all the babies. I don't know what I'm saying now. Here's my bullet journal video. Oh, I got a new microphone, by the way. And sometimes it peaks. Sorry. I'll be more mindful next time. Jump into this. This is my bullet journal. It has moon phases on it. I just started it last month, so it's kind of new. It's from Archer and Olive, if you're interested. These are the tools we're working with. I'll put the links in the description if you're interested in that, but just some basic pens, nothing too fancy. Last month I started this page, and this is the first time I've ever tried this, but I just kind of wanted a picture of what I was doing in that month in time. I like my journals to be like time capsules. Then I went on to the January recap page, which is what I like to do at the end of every month, is just recap what happened in the month. I'm habitually blind to my own achievements and consistently feel like I don't get anything done. So I have to remind myself that yes, you did get things done. In fact, you got a lot of stuff done. Hey, you go, girl. And then we'll come back to it later. Oh yes, and also I need to do my nails. Cool, we'll add that to the to-do list. Moving on. So when I sat down to do this video, I actually had no idea what I was going to do for this February theme. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm a little weird, but every month I do a new theme, but it goes along with the colors of my personal numerology for that month. I'm sure I made a video explaining this somewhere, but so my personal numerology number this year is 9, which makes my personal month numerology in alignment with what the months actually are. So it's 2 this month of the second month of the year, and the colors are either black and white, gray, or orange. And I wanted it to be February themed, but like, what goes with that? So I decided on this Vegas theme because you can use the monochrome of the black and white for the colors, and then the red is still like Valentine's-y. It's still like a pop of, you know, February needs some red or some pink. It's romantic. So the heart is this red color, which is kind of an orangey red. So that kind of works too with my colors of the month. I don't know, it's a stretch, but anyway, so I started, I don't know how to draw cards, I just guessed, and then I was like, oh, how about we do some poker chips? I like poker, you play poker with cards, but then I didn't like how small the chips were. Like, if I'm gonna win chips, I wanna win chips, give me some stacks. So I made the stacks of chips bigger, and I was like, yeah, money, money. Now looking back on it too, I'll probably make some more stacks and just fill out the bottom of the page there, but I didn't do that here. And then I wanted like some sort of punny thing to go with the card theme, so deal with it. I'll be here all video. And then there's that. That's how the February theme turned out. Okay, then I moved on to my monthly goals page. I do this every single month, not a surprise. I like to do the same things every month. Every bullet journal I've ever made, if I try to switch it up like all the other bullet journal people, I just wouldn't be motivated to do it because it just gets too complicated for me. If you're like super into the artistic side of things though, go nuts. What I love about bullet journaling is you can do as much or as little as you want, and I usually fall somewhere in the middle. I like the structure to be the exact same every single time, but the theme to be a little bit different. That's where my creativity comes in. But the structure, it's going to be the same. So these are my 4 categories of monthly goals. Sometimes it changes. Sometimes the categories change, not the fact that there's 4. There's always 4. But this month I'm doing self, business or work, home, and finance. Yes. And of course, it's the Vegas themed, card themed. I actually really like this theme. And we'll fill out the actual goals later. Moving on to the habit tracker. Hello, baby. I like to do, again, I do the habit tracker the same every single month. This month only has 28 days though, so that's not my fault, that's the month's fault. And then I urge all of you recovering perfectionists out there, or maybe you're still a perfectionist and you haven't recovered yet, to not look at a habit tracker as something you need to fill all the way out. That's what stressed me out at first, and so I never did one. But then when I just changed my mindset to think of a habit tracker more as just an observer of like, what are the things that I actually do every day? Here's the things that I wish I did every day, but what do I actually do? And try just not to judge yourself for the empty spaces, because there will be empty spaces. There will be days where you cannot get everything done, but you're gonna try. But at least this way, you're not like lying to yourself on how much you got done. You can actually see on a piece of paper how much you actually did and did not get done, or like how much of your daily, the things you want to incorporate into your daily routine, how much of that did you actually do? And for me, some months I'm just crushing it at exercise or crushing it at meditation, and then the next month I fall off the map and I don't know what happened. So what I tend to find out is that maybe 3 of them are just the ones I'm really focused on that month and they're awesome, and then the rest of them I need some work. So last month I did not exercise nearly as much as I wanted to. I think less than half the month I exercised. I try to go on a walk every single day, but last month did not happen. So this month I think I'm going to just really focus on making sure the exercise column is filled out. So I prioritize it that way, and then I don't have to judge myself on the overall picture of having to do everything, get it all perfect. No, we're just gonna focus on 1 or 2 of these things. And the next month, I'll see what I was lacking on this month and make that the priority, and then so on and so forth until eventually it becomes so much part of your routine that you don't really have to think about making one of them a priority. As an added bonus in this month's habit tracker, since I'm using black to fill out the squares, it'll actually look like one of those poker chips in the way that it'll be checkered, because there'll be some missed days and then it'll look like, a stack of poker chips. Moving on, the next thing I do every month is the monthly calendar. This is probably the least used thing in my entire spread each month, but I do really like to see a month at a glance, because sometimes I just double book myself, or like I forget that somebody asked if I could hang out with them on one day, or they're gonna be in town or whatever. So I just really like to have this month where I can look at it. So if someone's like, hey, what are you doing Saturday? I could look at the month and be like, oh, I'm doing this. Or, oh, it's free. Or if I really don't want to do the thing, I'm like, oh, it's totally booked, sorry. Send them a screenshot. February made it really easy for me to do this monthly calendar, because it's just 4 clean weeks, and then I just wrote February at the top. Looks very neat. Most months don't look this neat and organized, but hey, February, you're very neat. And then I did my weekly spread, which again, February made it super easy because it started on a Monday, and my weekly spreads start on Mondays. They do not start on Sundays. I don't know why calendars do that, where they start on Sundays. Like, Monday's the beginning of the week. The weekends are the end. They're at the end. Saturday, Sunday, it's the end of the week. Get out of the front of the week. You don't belong there. Monday, bitch. I'm so sorry, you're not a bitch. Yeah, so I do this the same exact way every single week. I don't like to switch it up because then it makes me have to think about, like, what do I want to do this week? I don't want to think. I created this journal so that I could think less, so I could organize all my thoughts on a paper and just breathe, you know? So I don't personally like to switch this up. And the way I do my weekly is I separate them into chunks, and the top chunk up there is the beginning of the day, like mornings. So whatever I have scheduled in the morning on each day, I'll write in that top portion, and then afternoons in the middle portion, and then evenings on the bottom portion. And then on the sides, I like to do work and life to-do lists for the week. I find a weekly to-do list a lot more manageable than a daily to-do list, because daily just gets overwhelming. You tend to like overestimate what you can do in a day, but you underestimate what you could do in a week. And I like to underestimate and over-deliver. Yeah, then I feel awesome. This is all about how awesome can I make myself feel at the end of the month instead of beating myself up. But let's go back to the January, because I had a place for a photo in that January recap thing, and I just wanted to print out some photos. Just like, basically I just went through my phone for the month of January and selected like 10 photos that I think represented the month. What I really like about journaling, I've kept a daily journal since I was 15 years old, and what I really like about it is it being a time capsule. So with bullet journaling in particular, I can see everything I was doing on a schedule. Like I can see all of the weekly schedules and everything that I was doing that year and that month. And then I can also see a visual of who I was hanging out with, like what was going on with me and Steve. Well, what did our house look like? Where do we live? How many cats did we have at that time? Too many, probably. Maybe not enough. I don't know. And then it's like a little time capsule. How cute is that? So when I'm all old, I can look through it and be like, wow, I remember that. All the feels. And that's it. I picked my favorite photo. My favorite photo I picked as this bedroom picture because I've wanted the floors to be redone for so long, like since we first moved in here, and I feel like my bedroom is finally complete. Like that's the first room that I've felt is like 100% complete, wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, I'm really stoked on these new floors. I will show you in the upcoming vlogs for this week. But anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, give me a like, or if you didn't, still give me a like. Why'd you watch all the way to the end? You better give me a like. And I will try to do these types of videos more often. Maybe not bullet journaling, but like, you know, kind of a produced video like how I used to do. I don't want to make promises. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Y'all keep looking for that new wave. I think I like it how it is.